You left mid-story, like the last page never came, like our chapter ended in silence. I held your hand through endless nights. We laughed, we dreamed, we chased the lights. I thought our hearts would ride forever, but you vanished, gone like never. I traced our memories in the dark, every word, every fleeting spark. I tried to keep our story alive, but you left mid-story, I barely survived. I called your name into the air, hoping somehow you'd be there, but nothing answered, nothing remained. You left mid-story, and I stayed in pain. You left mid-story when the love was still alive. You left mid-story, and I'm the one who has to survive. I reached for you, but you were already gone. You left mid-story, and now I must carry on. I replay every moment in my head, every laugh, every tear we shed. I stayed in hope, I stayed in fear, waiting for a story that disappeared. I gave my all, I gave my soul, hoped our love could make us whole, but you drifted away, silent, untold. You left mid-story, leaving me cold. I whispered your name into the night, hoping somehow to make it right, but shadows answer quiet and deep. You left mid-story, and I can't sleep. You left mid-story when the love was still alive. You left mid-story, and I'm the one who has to survive. I reached for you, but you were already gone. You left mid-story, and now I must carry on. If love could fight, you'd still be here. If hearts could see, you'd hold me near. I gave my all, I gave my time, but you left mid-story, love left behind. I'll write my ending on my own, I'll heal these wounds, I'll stand alone. You left mid-story, but I'll survive. I'll turn the page, I'll stay alive. You left mid-story, but I'll finish what you couldn't see. You left mid-story, and I'll reclaim my destiny. I reached for you, but I'm moving on. You left mid-story, and I'll write a life beyond the dawn. You left mid-story, but I'll find my ending. You left mid-story, and I'll rise from the pain. You left too soon, before we could say goodbye, before our hearts had a chance to try. I stayed awake through endless nights, holding on to your fading lights. I gave my heart, my soul, my all, but you slipped away, left me to fall. I hear your laughter in empty halls, see your shadow on my walls. I stayed too long, I loved too too soon, now I just weep. I whispered your name into the night, hoping somehow to make it right. But silence answered, cold and still. You left too soon and broke my will. You left too soon when I needed you near. You left too soon and left me with fear. I reached for you, but you didn't reach back. You left too soon and my world's off track. I replay the moments, every touch. I gave my love, maybe too much. I stayed too long, hoped for a sign, but you walked away, left me behind. I built a dream where we could stay, but you drifted out, faded away. I gave my heart, I gave my soul. You left too soon and took control. I whispered your name into the night, hoping to bring back the light. But shadows answered, cold and deep. You left too soon and I couldn't keep. You left too soon when I needed you near. You left too soon and left me with fear. I reached for you, but you didn't reach back. You left too soon and my world's off track. If love could fight, you'd still be here. If hearts could see, you'd wipe my tears. I gave my all, I gave my soul, but you left too soon, took control. I'll rise again, I'll find my light, I'll heal these wounds, survive the night. You left too soon, but I'll survive. I'll gather the pieces and stay alive. You left too soon, but I'll find my way again. You left too soon and I'll learn to love to mend. I reach for you, but I'm moving on. You left too soon and I'll write my life beyond the dawn. You left too soon, but I'll rise from the pain. You left too soon, and I'll love myself again. You didn't leave all at once, you just stopped choosing me. You used to look at me like I was home, now I'm just someone you've outgrown. Your replies came late, your touch felt thin, like I was already losing you then. I stayed patient, I stayed kind, while you slowly changed your mind. I felt you drifting day by day, still I begged my heart to stay. I told myself it wasn't true, that love doesn't feel like missing you. But every time you turned felt easier to replace. You let me feel replaceable, like loving me was optional. You made me doubt my worth and name, like I was just a phase. You let me feel replaceable, like I was never enough. You didn't break me all at once, you broke me slowly with your love. You stopped fighting when things got hard. I kept giving you my heart. You found comfort somewhere new, while I was still choosing you. I watched you laugh without me there, like my absence didn't scare you. I learned the truth I couldn't face. I was easier to replace. I tried to be what you need, smaller, quieter, incomplete. But love should never make you feel that you're disposable. You let me feel replaceable, like loving me was optional. You made me doubt my worth and name, like I was just a phase. You let me feel replaceable, like I was never enough. You didn't break me all at once, you broke me slowly with your love. Ooh, if I mattered, you would've stayed. If I mattered, you would've fought. I gave you all of me to hold. You treated me like I was not. I won't beg to be chosen now. I won't shrink just to be around. You lost someone who loved you true. I lost someone who never knew. You let me feel replaceable, but I know my heart is rare. You let me feel replaceable, like I was easy not to care. I'll love again, just not this way. I won't be someone's second place. You let me feel replaceable, but I won't stay replaceable. You didn't leave all at once, you just forgot my value. You loved me once, I can still feel it in the quiet, before everything faded away. I remember the way you held my hand, like nothing could break us, nothing planned. We laughed like forever was ours to take. I thought our love could never break, but time changed you and I stayed the same, holding on to a ghost, calling your name. I tried to reach you through the walls you built, but every touch turned to hurt, every kiss to guilt. I replay our moments in my head, every word, every touch, every thread. I thought love could make us last, but you loved me once, and it didn't last. You loved me once, and I thought it was enough. You loved me once, but now I'm left with broken trust. I reached for you, but you're already gone. You loved me once, and I have to carry on. You loved me once, and I have to carry on. I trace the spaces where you used to be. Memories linger like waves over me. I begged for signs, I begged for care, but your heart drifted somewhere else, somewhere rare. I held on tight, I stayed too long. close, but it slipped away. And I'll never forget that day you loved me most. You loved me once, and I thought it was enough. Oh, you loved me once, and I'll heal, I'll grow. You made me small, I forgot my own name. Lost in your shadow, lost in your flame. I gave you my all, my heart, my soul, but you tore the pieces, left a hole. Every word you said cut me deep, every promise broken, haunted my sleep. I hid my pain, I hid my cries, swallowed my dreams, buried my skies. I tried to be everything you wanted me to, but in the end I was still losing you. I lost myself in your control, forgot my worth, forgot my role. But now I see the truth is tall. You made me small, I gave you all. You made me small while you stood so tall. You made me small. I lost my light, I lost it all. I tried to reach, but I was unseen. I lost my voice, my space between. You made me small, but I'll rise, I'll break your wall. I replay every word, every glance, every time I gave love a chance. I silenced my voice, dim my flame, hoping you love me the same. I let you mold me, bend me, break me, but chains can't hold what's meant to be free. I stayed too long, I lost the fight. You made me small, but I'll find my light. Dreams into the night, hoping somehow you'd see the light. But love can't live in shadows and fear. You made me small, now I'm clear. You made me small while you stood so tall. You made me small. I lost my light, I lost it all. I tried to reach, but I was unseen. I lost my voice, my space between. You made me small, but I'll rise, I'll break your wall. I gave you my heart, I gave my soul, but I won't let your darkness take control. I'll reclaim my fire, reclaim my sky. You made me small, but I'll fly high. I learned my worth, I found my name. I won't be lost in your games. You made me small, but I'm standing tall. No more shadows, I'll have it all. You made me small, but I've learned to stand tall. You made me small, but I'll rise above it all. I tried to reach, but I'm finally seen. I found my voice, I found my dream. You made me small, but I'll never fall again. You made me small, but I'm free at last. You made me small, and I've left the past. missed you badly. Every day without you felt too long. Every night without you felt like a song that never ends. I walk the streets we used to know. Every corner whispers the love we stole. I reached for you in the dead of night, but you were gone, just out of sight. I kept your picture in my hands, traced your smile, tried to understand how love could slip through my fingers so fast. I missed you badly, wished you'd last. I called your name into the dark, hoping you'd hear, hoping for a spark, but silence answered every plea. I missed you badly, you didn't see me. I missed you badly, more than words could ever show. I missed you badly, even though you didn't know. Oh, I reached for you, but you were already gone. I missed you badly, and I'm left to carry on. I replayed every word, every glance, every almost moment, every chance. I stayed in hope, I stayed in pain, waiting for your love in the pouring rain. I thought our hearts could find the way, but distance grew, love slipped away. I loved you quietly, you slipped my hand. I missed you badly, I couldn't stand. I whispered your name to the sky, hoping somehow you'd reply, but all I got was empty air. I missed you badly, you weren't there. I missed you badly, more than words could ever show. I missed you badly, even though you didn't know. Oh, I reached for you, but you were already gone. I missed you badly, and I'm left to carry on. If loving you was my only crime, I'd do it again 1,000 times. But some hearts can't see what's true, and I missed you badly, just missing you. I thought if I stayed, you'd come near, but love can't wait for fear. I missed you badly, I lost my chance. Still I ache in this lonely dance. I missed you badly, more than words could ever show. I missed you badly, even though you didn't know. Oh, I reached for you, but you were already gone. I missed you badly, now I have to carry on. I missed you badly, and I'll learn to live again. I missed you badly, but I'll survive this pain. I missed you still, even when I told myself to let go, even when my heart whispered no. I walked alone through empty streets, feeling your absence in every beat. I gave my all, my soul, my time, but you weren't there and love lost its rhyme. I traced your name in fading light, hear your laughter in the quiet night. I stayed couldn't sleep. I whisper your name into the air, hoping somehow you'd still be there. But silence answered, cold and still. I missed you still, against my will. I miss you still, when the world moved on. I missed you still, even though you're gone. I reached for you, but you didn't reach back. I missed you still, in my heart's off track. I replay the moments, every touch. I gave my love, maybe too much. I stayed too long, hoping for signs, but you drifted away, left me behind. I built a dream where we could stay, but you slipped away, faded away. I gave my heart, I gave my soul. I missed you still, lost all control. And I couldn't sleep. I missed you still, when the world moved on. I miss you still, even though you're gone. I reached for you, but you didn't reach back. I missed you still, and my heart's off track. If love could fight, you'd still be near. If hearts could see, you'd wipe my tears. I gave my all, I gave my soul, but I missed you still, lost control. I'll rise again, I'll find my light, I'll heal these wounds, survive the night. I missed you still, but I'll survive. And stay alive. I miss you still, but I'll find my way again. I miss you still, but I'll find my way again. I miss you still, and I'll learn to love to mend. I reached for you, but I'm moving on. I miss you still, and I'll write my life beyond the dawn. I miss you still, but I'll rise from the pain. I missed you still, and I'll love myself again. I stayed past goodbye, even when you were already gone, even when my heart knew it was over. I held your hand a little too long, hoping you'd change, hoping I was wrong. Your eyes told stories I couldn't hear, but I stayed even when it was clear. I whispered love in a fading light, stayed awake through every night. I thought my heart could make you stay, but love doesn't always find a way. I begged the stars to bring you back, to light the path you chose to lack, but silence answered every plea. I stayed past goodbye, hoping you'd see. I stayed past goodbye when I should have let you go. I stayed past goodbye, but my heart just couldn't know. chasing shadows of what we had. I stayed too long in the empty space, hoping to feel your warm embrace. But love can't survive on one-sided care. I stayed past goodbye, and you weren't there. I whispered my soul into the night, hoping somehow you'd see the light. But all I felt was the cold, the pain. I stayed past goodbye, alone again. I stayed past goodbye when I should have let you go. I stayed past goodbye, but my heart just couldn't know. I reached for you, but you had already left. Stayed past goodbye, and now I'm left bereft. If love could fight, you'd still be here. If hearts could try, you'd stay near. I gave you all my soul, my time, but I stayed past goodbye. Crossed the line, I learned that love sometimes can't wait, that holding on can't change fate. I stayed past goodbye, I lost my way, but I'll find the dawn of a new day. I stayed past goodbye when I should have walked away. I stayed past goodbye, but I'll heal, I'll rise, I'll stay. I reached for you, but you had already gone. I stayed past goodbye. Now I'll carry on. I stay past goodbye, but I'll find my peace again. I stay past goodbye, and I'll learn to love myself then. I stayed even when I felt you leaving. I stayed all the way to your goodbye. I saw the distance in your eyes, felt the cold behind your smile. You stopped fighting, stopped believing, but I kept holding on a while. I made excuses for your pain, called your silence just a phase. I loved you through the lonely nights while you were already saying goodbye. I gave you chances, gave you time, gave you pieces of my life. I ignored everyone inside just to keep you by my side. I stayed to you goodbye when you were already gone. I stayed to you goodbye, loved you when I was alone. I held your hand as you let go, broke my heart nice and slow. I stayed to you goodbye, and it's killing me inside. You spoke in words that had no heart, promises falling apart. You said forever like a lie, while packing up your goodbyes. I kept hoping you'd turn around, say my name, don't let me down. But hope was all I had left, and even that you took with you. I gave my love without defense, ignored the pain, the emptiness. I loved you I stayed to you goodbye, but I won't stay in the pain. I stayed to you goodbye. Now I'm learning my own name. I'll let you go, I'll heal in time. Even if your ghost is mine, I stayed to you goodbye. Now I'm choosing me tonight. I stayed longer than my heart could try. I stayed all the way to your goodbye. Last night I slept beside the memory of you. Last night the walls knew your name. Every shadow felt the same. Your side of the bed still warm, like you come back before the dawn. I stared at the ceiling, counting time between your heart and mine. We said nothing, but I knew this was the last night of us two. Your silence spoke before goodbye. Your eyes already learned to lie. I held you close, afraid to see the truth you wouldn't say to me. Last night you held me like you used to do last night, but your heart was already through. You kissed me like you stay forever, then let go like I was never. Last night I lost you without a sound. We laughed at things that didn't matter, like we could delay the fracture. Your hands traced my broken skin, like this love wasn't ending. I memorized your breathing slow, like I somehow didn't know that every touch was saying I'm leaving. I wanted to ask you to stay, but fear kept the words away. I chose one more moment of you instead of the truth I knew. Last night you held me like you used to do last night, but your heart was already through. You kissed me like you'd stay forever, then let go like I was never. Last night I lost you without a sound. If I could go back just once, I'd ask you not to pretend. I'd rather cry with honesty than love you to the end. I stayed quiet to keep you near, but silence cost me you. Last night I learned that love can lie too. Last night I felt you slipping away. Last night, but I begged my heart to stay. If that was all I'd ever get, I'll carry every second, yeah. Last night was the end of you and me. Last night I slept beside the memory